said that you heard that magic is a fact and the Prophet ﷺ suffered from magic. Is this true? And what happened to him and the Sharia during the Wahy, during the time where he was under the magical spell? Number one, the hadith which indicates that the Prophet ﷺ suffered from a magical spell is a sound hadith. And it was for a whole month, and it affected him ﷺ, but it did not affect his da'wah and the wahy that he received. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, وَاللَّهُ يَعْصِمُكَ مِنَ النَّاسِ. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protects you and guards you from people. But for some reason Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allowed this to happen to inform us, number one, that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was a human being, also to warn us against sorcery and magic, and that those who deal with it are disbelievers, and those who seek sorcery or go to sorcerers and seek their help have committed the act of disbelief. It was the job of the Jews at this time, because the magical spell was cast on the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam by a Jew. Basically, there was a young man who was serving the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so the Jew utilized him. He asked him to get the hair, the leftover hair from the comb that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to dress his hair with. And he took this hair of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he made a magical spell of 12 nuts, and he buried it somewhere in an abandoned well. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam received the wahy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when the two angels came and sat next to him, Jibreel alayhi salam and another angel, and informed him where exactly the magical spell was buried. And he sent Ali radiyallahu anhu, and he dug it out and he undid the magical spell. And the last two chapters of the Quran were revealed as the greatest means against the magical spells and the evil eye and so on. So, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam did suffer from this magical spell, as I mentioned, and he was able to fetch out the magical spell and undo it. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam was not affected when it comes to the da'wah or the wahy, because this is something that is guarded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It was not affected the least in this regard. Okay? Barakallah feek. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.